What up, y'all? Welcome to I'm Not Racist, My Friend's Black. And we have the beautiful Tyrie Rudolph with us today. Look at her, y'all. Oh, you see her? Okay, so on today's episode, we have the beautiful Tyrie Rudolph here to talk about how she got signed to one of the biggest agencies in LA, cops who clearly haven't learned their lessons, and another attack on an elderly Asian man. Okay, so y'all, so I was doing a little research and I saw some crazy ass clips. First of all, you guys have seen what's been going on with Asian people, right? You already know. Okay. Yo, this one is insane. So let me show y'all. Hold on. Okay, so I'm just gonna read what it's about a little bit, so you guys get some background, and then I'll show you a clip. Okay, so New York City police are investigating a horrific attack that left a 60-year-old Asian man in critical condition Friday night. The attack occurred around 8:30 p.m. when a man struck the victim from behind, causing him to fall to the ground in East Harlem. Surveillance footage released by the New York Police Department Hate Crimes Task Force, which is also investigating the incident, shows the man kicking the victim in the head repeatedly when he's on the ground. So let me show you all this clip. This shit is crazy. Like what? 61 years old, dude.
And he casually walks away.
And comes back. Is he coming back? Oh my God. Literally, I don't understand.
Oh, that was hard to watch.
He came back. Yeah. I don't understand. Okay, this is what I want to know. What demographic of people are doing this? And I'm not trying to say one group of people are targeting them. But I don't understand why this is a thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To say that they brought Corona or COVID to America and to be attacking them is fucking insane to me.
Yeah, but we just had a leader who kind of raised that kind of behavior.
You're right.
To protect America.
Yeah, and he did call it the Chinese virus too.
Call it the Chinese virus.
It's tripping.
He promoted that.
Yeah.
So there's always been people like that.
Yeah, totally.
Now
totally.
They feel safer to do things like that because that's how they feel.
And also, it's he's 61. I'm like, what type of weird ass vibe are you on that you're attacking somebody's grandpa?
Yeah, how the fuck do you get off on that?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, can we cuss on here?
Yeah, you can cuss.
Okay.
Go ahead, girl. Yeah, for sure. Cool. And I was just thinking because I have a lot of Korean rapper homies. Mm-hmm. I'm like, y'all ain't doing that shit to them.
Yeah. No.
Hell no. Y'all not running up on them. All the Asian people that I know, from K-Town and shit, there's no fucking way.
No.
Yeah.
No, do that shit.
Yeah, so I don't know. When I saw that dude, I was just I can't believe this is still going on. It's really sad.
No, it's really sad when I even found out that was a thing.
Girl, I don't even know. Okay, so this next thing that I found, okay, so I don't know how to feel about this because obviously I'm fucking tired of seeing police brutality, right?
Yeah.
But this is kind of on the opposite side. So let me just read it to you. Okay, so a Westminster police officer is seen on video punching a woman. He's been placed on paid administration leave and pending an internal affair. Cops say that they got a call about a female Hispanic adult assaulting an older Asian woman who had tried to rescue a dog running the street. Cops say when they showed up, the Hispanic adult woman exhibited signs of being under the influence, and while waiting for paramedics, she was not compliant and she became combative with the officers. Okay. Description's a little sus, but whatever. So let me show you the video. So tell me how you feel about this because I'm not as mad because I feel like they did the right thing, but
okay.
Take a look at this.
No. Hey, stop. Grábalos bien, grábalo.
Okay, so they pushed him out of the way.
Grábalo, mira ya.
¿Ya vieron?
Ya lo están grabando. Y a ese que pegó, mira.
Let's run that back.
Yeah, I need to see that again.
¿Pero qué hizo?
Okay.
Mira.
Like what?
No. Hey, stop. Grábalos bien, grábalo. Grábalo, mira ya.
¿Ya vieron?
Ya lo están grabando,
Okay.
lo están grabando.
First of
Y a
all,
ese
That was aggressive.
I'm confused. Are you not a grown ass man? Like, why are you punching a woman dead in her face?
That was real aggressive.
That's too aggressive for me.
That's too aggressive for me.
Like, I really don't understand. It's like, what type of training is going on? You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, that's
Like,
okay.
That looked personal. Like,
100%.
you know what I mean? It's just like, what the?
I don't
Come on
know.
now that right there, that, you know, some of them are like, oh, we have to investigate. Investigate what?
Yeah, what is it to investigate?
It's on.
And he's on paid leave.
And pay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, where's the gray area? What else do you guys?
I mean, the fact that the other two cops were like stopping him, like,
Yeah.
I can appreciate that.
And then when I see stuff like that, you know what
Yeah.
I immediately think?
What?
That is not his fucking first time doing it.
Hell no,
And
it's
he
not.
It got recorded.
Exactly. The
He
ease,
was way too comfortable.
way too comfortable. And that's the problem. It's like the ease.
He punched a couple bitches a couple times.
I mean, not to laugh, but he definitely,
definitely-
You're saying he had practice?
he definitely punched a couple bitches for sure. Damn, dude.
That's
And
fucked up.
that's fucked
I'm glad
up.
somebody was recording that.
Me too. But I just don't understand, like, even if she isn't compliant and like she's like moving away from like you trying to arrest her, why is your first inclination to like dead ass steal off her?
Like she was a grown man,
Like,
an enemy at a bar.
I'm confused. I don't know if it's a man thing. I don't want to say it's like a power struggle,
And
but
I feel like it's a power struggle.
yeah, it has to be.
Because it's like, I feel like he's like, how dare you try to resist arrest against
Yeah.
us?
But I mean, like,
And coming from a man's perspective, like we all love punching women. Like it's like
boy, don't ever.
just to give you a little perspective.
Shut up. Yeah, I don't know. I'm also embarrassed for like the other cops because like I don't even know if they like genuinely like. I just feel like people know they're being
I feel
recorded.
like-
You know what I'm saying? They're like,
That's what I'm saying. I feel like he's done that before, and they're like, "Oh, Adam's back at it." Like Adam, get the fuck- like you know,
yeah. And not
He
to
does
mention,
that.
he looks Hispanic and she was Hispanic. So it's like, damn, bro,
yeah, like you.
you ain't got no loyalty.
So you're saying they're like scorned lovers. They were like used to date or something.
They got for the way he acted.
He's like,
That's what I'm saying.
tables have turned.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
That was revenge. That was gross. Though.
I mean, that was disgusting.
and it's hard to watch.
It is hard to
'Cause
watch.
You can hear the punches, and it was like full on closed fist to face contact.
I mean, here's the thing. It's
It
just
wasn't
like
even like a head mush. you
no.
know?
And I'm just like, are there no other ways that cross your mind in order to make someone like comply? Like your first thing is to think to steal off them.
I
Like
want to see the booklet for the police academy training.
I need to see it.
where the like, because some of this stuff, I'm like, there's no way. And then you
I need to see
resorted, like, that's what you resorted to because she was not complying, and there was 3 other people there or 2 other cops there. Like that wasn't.
3 guys on 1 girl, and you.
I think the book is like rule number 1: punch a hoe if necessary. I think it's something like that.
Matthew, are you ghetto as fuck today or what? Like, what are you talking about today? Oh my god!
I'm just trying to lighten the mood a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, I get it. You crazy as hell too. Okay, so let's lighten the mood. Speaking of lighting the mood, so I get so many DMs. I'm sure you do too.
Yes.
And so many like text messages from aunties and cousins like, I want to get my daughter in modeling and I don't know how. So I thought this would be a really good idea because this is information that everybody needs to know and wants to know. And I, who better than you to help me talk about this? Okay, so I don't know if you know this, maybe you do, but my first photo shoot ever was with you.
Was it?
Yes, my first one ever. When I first got signed, my first one was with you. It was Rue 21.
Rue 21 in the
we,
stores.
Yes. And we shot in Malibu.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, girl.
I didn't know that was your first one.
That was my first one ever.
I remember seeing your name on the call sheet and being excited. I think you texted me.
Yeah, because you know what? I think, did we meet how did we meet?
Maybe through a mutual friend.
Oh my God, Tyrie, I don't remember. I'm just trying to like rack my brain right now. Like, oh my God. Did we meet at the Willie party maybe?
We were friends before that.
We were friends before that.
Because remember, I just got the reminder.
Oh,
the
I know
March.
how we met. We met at a party with Angelique. That's right.
Okay.
And then we were like, oh shit. I just got signed to Wilhelmina. And you're like, oh my God, I'm with Wilhelmina.
I remember now.
Yes.
Oh, that was a fun night.
That was a fun night.
Okay.
Oh my God. Okay, so do you want to tell the people, because I'm sure a lot of people are like curious, how you got signed to Wilhelmina?
Okay, so it's crazy because
pull up to the mic like as much as possible.
Yeah.
okay. So it's crazy because I was trying to get signed since I was 18 years old. By the way, I'm born and raised in Indianapolis, so to get signed, especially when you're from or live in a small city, is extremely difficult. So I was trying to get signed, going back and forth to Chicago, meeting with like Ford, Wilhelmina there, and a couple other agencies, and it was like a no. And so I was doing local modeling.
How old were you?
I was 18.
18, okay.
Fresh out of high school. And I'm going to school, doing local modeling. And then I had my daughter at the age of 21.
Oh my God.
Yes. I had her in February. I signed with Wilhelmina in July of that same year.
First of all, you have the best bounce back ever, so I'm sure you didn't even look like you had a baby, first of all.
I don't know. Maybe that's what was missing. Because like this, I'm like, I just saw you guys. Almost kind of, I had a meeting with them almost every year when I was 19, 20. No.
Really? Did they say why?
No, they were just like, it's not a good, that's usually what they say.
This is not a good fit.
Not a good fit.
That's insane to me.
You know, so it's just like a combination of not giving up.
Yeah.
It could be personally where I was as a woman, as a young woman.
Totally.
Which I'm grateful for that because for whatever reason, I probably wasn't even ready then.
Yeah.
And I had some things I probably needed to go through and experience before.
For sure.
Because as soon as I signed with him, I ended up signing with him in Chicago, New York City, LA, and in Miami.
Yeah.
And they threw me straight into Miami.
Oh my God. Miami Swim Week.
Miami Swim Week. That was
Scary.
my first job.
So scary.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I'm waking up. My roommates are like, let's get dressed. We're going on a boat.
Yeah.
Like, this is life. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is crazy, girl. So you signed with Wilhelmina Chicago first?
I signed with them worldwide.
Okay,
at
worldwide.
the same time.
Oh,
Yes.
wow. I feel like that doesn't happen
That
anymore.
doesn't happen. No.
That's really rare.
No. it
Damn,
doesn't
girl.
happen. So it was a blessing. But again, it was 3 years of no from the same agency.
Yeah, totally. Have I ever told you how I got signed?
I don't think so.
Okay, so this is kind of crazy. I was working as a waitress in Malibu at the Soho House, right?
Okay, I remember that.
And I was waiting on the same table like every week, and nobody ever wanted to take this table because they were kind of high maintenance. But I was like, whatever, like they're cool as hell. This gay couple, love them. So I would always take them, and they'd always be like super cool. And one day, I ended up going out and like partying randomly and in West Hollywood, and I ran into them. And they're like, oh my God, hi. And I'm like, hey. And I'm like super drunk, whatever. And they're like, hey, we want you to meet our friend. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I meet their friend. It's this beautiful Japanese and black girl. Her name is Tanisha Harper, like beautiful girl. And she's like, oh my God, you're so pretty. Like you should model. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, okay. Like I've heard it before, like, but I never really thought about it. So I'm like, whatever. And so she's like, you should send me some pictures. And I'm like, okay. And you know, you're living in LA. So you're like, I don't know. I mean, I'm like, but I'm gonna do it though. So I linked up with one of my friends who's actually now on Tyler Perry's show Sisters, and she has a house. She was living in Inglewood at the time, and like we went outside of her house, and she like had me up against this wall, and she just took some regular pictures of me, girl, and I sent them in. And the next weekend, I had a meeting with Steve.
They were regular, but they were fire.
They were fire.
Yes.
They were fire.
Regular, but fire.
Yes. And I had a meeting with Steve, and I don't know, but like, this is so funny. This is not the reason I got signed, but I think this did help. When I went in, I didn't realize they were going to ask you to take off your shoes because they want to get your actual height.
Yeah.
But when I took off my shoe, girl, I had my lucky sock on, right?
Wait, you got a lucky sock?
Yes, I have a lucky sock. And I call him my lucky sock because
I knew he was black.
Girl, because this sock has made it through like high school, and like I lived in Georgia for a while.
I never had a lucky sock. I'm just letting you know.
You're disgusting.
No, I'm saying I never did have a lucky sock.
Oh, okay. And so this sock just made it through my whole life, and I just always had this one pair. It wasn't even a pair; it was one side. And so
and she's still wearing it to this day.
I'm like, I got my white deal. Anyway, so I wore that, and they were like, they were like kind of like giggled a little bit and maybe saw my sock. But I told them like, you guys, I got my lucky.
Were they like mixed match?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I didn't have the other side, but it was my lucky one. So I'm like, I gotta wear my lucky sock if I'm having this meeting, honey. So and I explained that to them, and I think that maybe just added personality. On top of like everything else.
That matters though. That definitely
and it
matters.
does.
Side note.
And they're like, "What's that smell?" they had that. You know how they say the sense of smell is the most memorable one.
Why are you so annoying?
So you left the meeting and they're like, I don't know, I can't really remember the other models. She must just have that face, but really it was that stench, that stank. You didn't have the face, you had that stank or that lucky sock.
They were like, Courtney, you left an impression on us and a smell.
Get off the phone, Matthew. Oh my God. Yeah. So it's crazy. And then after that, I was signed like within the next week.
Yes.
I know. So
I mean, I'm not surprised. You're absolutely gorgeous.
Thank
Your
you. I love
personality,
you.
even when I first met you, I was like, yo, this girl's dope as fuck.
I love you. Thank you. Yeah.
And just to even watching your journey, like Courtney.
It's been
even
crazy.
when you like randomly came to Pittsburgh, remember that?
Oh my God. Yes, girl. Because I was
you had a job. Yeah, you were booked in Pittsburgh, and I was living at Pittsburgh at the time. Was I still pregnant?
I think you were. Wait, were you even pregnant with Maverick?
I feel like,
no, you were not pregnant at that time. No, you only had Kylie. You only had Kylie. You were not pregnant.
Yes, I was.
Were you?
Yeah, because I didn't move there until either I was pregnant or already had him.
Maybe. I don't, because I have a video of you that I sent you recently. Remember of us at lunch? And you don't look, maybe you told me you're pregnant at that lunch. I think you did.
I was pregnant.
You were pregnant. Because you weren't drinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pregnant.
Then you were pregnant. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I randomly pulled up in Pittsburgh. So fucking random.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah, girl. I just remember like Tyrie, I just remember texting you like, Tyrie, I need help with this. Like, what do I do about my hair, Tyrie? Like, they're just fucking my hair up.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's
girl.
another.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that too. Yeah. So okay. So what board are you on with Wilhelmina? Let's start there.
I am still on the main board. Thank God.
And what does that mean exactly? Because I feel like I don't even know.
I don't know either.
Okay. Yeah.
But in my personal opinion, I think that it means, for one, those are usually the girls that are in town. Okay. Because a lot of models go from market to market. Okay. And that's what I used to do. Okay. Because I didn't live here. And so I just feel like the main board is... It's definitely straight size. That's what we're calling it. It's straight size. And I feel like the models are younger. That's why I said thank God, because it'll be 11 years that I've been signed with them. Oh my God. Yes, this year. Wow. This July. Hell yeah. So that's the only reason why I said thank God. So I don't think it means anything superior to the other boards, but yeah, usually the other models on there are still like in their 20s. Right. Younger 20s. Yeah, totally. Yeah, because I always wonder, because there's so many boards. I'm on the curve board, obviously, but I never know, because I'm like direct, main. I think direct is it like older women? No. I have no idea. I don't think so. And the people my friends that are on direct, they book like crazy. Yeah. Okay. I think that's more of like a money models too. Got it. Got it. What do you mean like money, like they bring in the bread and butter? Got it. That makes sense. They could be shooting every day. Okay. That makes sense. Damn. Okay. So let's jump right in and.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you guys have any tips for maybe ugly people that need to look good on camera?
Boy,
no, for real.
You?
Yeah. I'm on camera way more than I should be.
So cute though.
Based on my looks. Do you guys have any poses that you could recommend? I got a shoot coming up.
Okay, first of all, this is one thing. I mean, okay, I'll get into that really quick. One thing that I've learned is knowing your angles and knowing the geography of your face. Mm-hmm. If someone is shooting me from down here, I need to be very conscious that my chin is pointed down, because it's going to look so disgusting if it's up. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to look like I have the worst double chin, and you're just going to hate the pictures. So I think it's really spending time in front of the mirror. Spending time in front of the mirror. And what I like to do, even still to this day, was back in the day. Oh my God, I sound old. Back in the day, when you did tests.
Back in my day, we used to take black and white photos.
Shut up.
They used to send from a test. They would send you all of them, even if it's 1,000 pictures.
Okay.
So they would send you all of your images.
Oh, wow.
And I would go through them. And then so when you see one of you looking crazy,
Yeah.
you're like, oh shit, let me never do that pose again. Or let me, like, you know, like I was doing some weird shit. Like
Yeah.
I just started. So I was like, and like, don't do
I've
that
done
no
some
more.
weird shit.
Yeah. And then you're like, what was I thinking? And you're like,
Yeah.
girl, don't do
And
that
you're
no more.
like,
yeah.
and you're like, ew. Oh my.
Top model. America's Next Top Model.
You're like, spread eagle, spread eagle. Nope, that wasn't it.
Oh
That-
my God.
Missed the mark on that one.
But you know what though? Like even on America's Next Top Model, I'm kind of like some of the shit they be doing. I'm like, I don't know, sis.
We didn't do that. No.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess what we do is sometimes can be a little different because I feel like what they're doing is so high fashion, and I feel like sometimes I'm more in the commercial world of things.
Same.
Do you know what I mean?
But I love it here.
I love it.
I love the commercial
I
world.
love the commercial world.
Sometimes when I watch that show with you, in my mind, I'm like, if I had a gap tooth, I could do whatever the hell I want on camera. Like you can get away with anything.
Well, the thing is like on those shows, they definitely look for girls who look like different, who look like high fashion, who aren't like conventionally really pretty because they're not trying to sell to like conventional.
Yeah, they have like a giant mole in the middle of their forehead, and they're like, "That's that's Gucci right there."
I think it's just more like
I'm about to put you on.
It's like cooler.
It's cooler.
Like it's looked at as cooler. Like
Yeah.
much, and I personally think some of the stuff that they do, I'm like, oh, that's cool. Because
Yeah.
like we go to set and you're just shooting front, back, side.
Yeah,
back, side.
100%. They're like diving in pools and like jumping off shit.
Yeah, and I'm like, where'd y'all shoot this? In Australia?
Yeah. Sis, I've never been to Australia.
Where we shoot this? Downtown LA.
Right. Skid
What-
Row, shouty.
What was the old gym that we found of America's Next Top Model where like she made them do blackface?
Oh my God.
It was like, what?
First of all,
When was this?
she had, did you see that episode today?
No.
Girl, why does she have these girls who are white dress up as like Mama Africa and she painted their skin?
No, she did.
Yes, she did, girl.
Tyrie wild. I love Tyrie. She's like
I
that
do love
aunt,
Tyrie.
though, that you have to explain.
Exactly.
Before somebody comes, like she's gonna be in your face.
Yeah.
She's gonna ask inappropriate questions.
Right.
But she means well. That's Tyrie.
Exactly.
You just have a pass. You're like, hey, Tyra Banks told me to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they did it.
They did it too.
Hey, whatever she tells me to do, I'm gonna do.
Yeah, for sure.
They
for
did
sure.
it wholeheartedly. Like they were committed.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, totally. But yeah, what was I saying? What was I talking about? Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
Photos. Oh, because we're talking about angles and like that.
Yes. So just knowing your angles, I honestly feel like it's just like really important. And I feel like when you're like, here's one thing that I noticed about myself. When I'm on set, I don't look at the pictures while I'm shooting. And I don't look at a mirror while I'm shooting. I mean, this is different for every girl, but like some people have asked for a mirror and like in front of like where the photographer is so they can like watch themselves pose or like watch as like the images are popping up. I try not to do that. I mean, I guess maybe it's now because I've been doing it for so long.
It's like a new thing that I had a shoot like that too, and it was a group shot.
Yeah.
And a couple of the girls in the shoot were influencers, and they were like, "I need to be able to see myself." I was like,
Well, that's different. Influencers are like,
Yeah, I like seeing the monitor. Like when I do shoots, I like
do?
seeing. Yeah, I feel like it goes quicker because it's like I only have like 4 poses, so I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
I hit this one, cool. I got that angle, all right, cool.
Will you turn your mic down just a little bit?
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks, baby. Yeah.
I feel like but okay, so if it's a repeat client, I do go to their website to see the pictures that they choose. So next time I work for them again,
Wow.
I already know.
I
and
never
I can
thought about that.
Yeah, and I can take some of the poses out because I'm like, okay, this is what they like.
Yeah.
The fake walk. They love to look away. They like the side, because, for back, you give them a variety and they keep choosing the same one each time. So I'm like, let me knock these couple ones out.
Yeah,
sometimes.
no, 100%. And you know what? One thing that I always do, I'm like, do you guys use, this is what I'll say, do you guys use the ones of me smiling? And they're like, no, not really. And I won't smile.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I'm not about to do all these and you're not even using
You
those.
go through the array of emotions.
100%.
With every outfit. And then you go to their website and they, you're
Oh my
like,
God.
You're like crying. You have actual tears. You're like, I nailed that shit. They're like, fuck, we gotta delete those.
Oh my God. Yeah. There's times where you think you nail it and they're like, no. And you're like, oh, fuck. Or like when you're shooting for a job and you're like, I don't think they're going to call me back.
And they call back.
And they call back. I was just literally telling him that I have a reoccurring client that I won't say because I have a job with them coming up this week. And they just have a new creative director. And I was nervous because they were asking me to do things that I don't normally do with that client. And when you're focused on going in a certain way and you're like, this is what I do with this client. This is what I know to do. This is what I know works. This is what they love.
Yeah.
And then someone else comes in and they're like, no, we're not doing that. So then you start to get nervous and you start to second guess yourself. You're like, oh shit, like, And if no one is giving you reciprocation, like, oh my God, yes, yes,
I
yes.
hate that.
Then you're like, shit.
Oh my God, if they stop shooting, you're like, is everything okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
No? They're like, no, it's not you, the computer. And I'm like,
Oh my God. It's the worst.
or if they're all looking at the monitor and no one's saying anything, they're like,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
And then you go home, you're like, well, I had a good run.
yeah, I'm like,
No, seriously.
yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't feel good.
This goes to show you guys that we still get anxiety.
Oh, and the insecurities are still there, like
Totally.
a lot.
Totally still there. It's real heavy.
Yeah.
Okay, so how to get signed. So I'm just gonna list a couple of things that I think are important, and then you can kind of just chime in when you feel like. So the most important thing I feel like in the beginning is figuring out what lane you want to be in, because not anybody can be a curve model, but it's easy to be a curve model, and it's easy to be a main size or straight size. Sorry. So you have to feel like what's your vibe? Like don't go on this huge binge diet to be skinny if your body doesn't work that way. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like a lot of girls should know, like, you have to pick someone that you want to emulate, or you feel most that you look like, or kind of like feel comfortable being, and kind of go down that road and follow that career. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's so much better now because we have Instagram, so you can literally go to their page, look at the things they do, look at the jobs that they do, and it's all mapped out there for you. Yeah. So that is really, really good.
Yeah, I agree. And yeah, I don't know. It's the curve world is not that competitive. It's really not. It's now there's more girls getting signed to agencies, and like there's agencies that are just solely curve now, but there's not that many of us.
Yeah.
And it's like,
well, and especially killing it like you are.
Yeah, for sure. Totally. God bless. God bless.
Would you guys say that you guys are endangered, or what do you think?
Boy.
Are you on life support?
Shut up.
Yo.
You so stupid. Oh my God. No, I'm definitely not endangered. Okay. And then the next one was researching agencies that best fit that lane. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if every agency like has a curve board or has, fitness modeling, or I'm not sure.
No, they don't. Some don't even have men's.
Right.
And that's one reason why I stuck with Wilhelmina so long, and I'm still here, obviously, because I'm happy with them, but also for who I am, my lifestyle, and my look. Yeah, they're a good fit. I'm a mom of two. Yeah, I can't have an agency that's gonna want me to go here, travel, do this, do that. Right. It's like,
and it's really building that bond too.
Building the bond.
It is a bond,
and because you have to realize these are people that you're going to be working with. Yeah. So you have to have some type of chemistry there.
Yeah, totally. And a lot of people don't realize, and I guess I've started to learn this over the years, as much as you want them to want you, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's also like mutual, like they need you and you need them. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So it's also like, keep in mind that like they're also working for you too. Do you know what I mean?
It's a business relationship, even though, through vocabulary, it can get confused to sound like, I'm signed with this agency. Right. But really, like, this is my business partner. Yeah. That's why I 100%. Pay you 20% to do the business side of it for me, and I'm the talent.
Yeah, totally.
So you have to have a good relationship there and make sure they believe in you and make sure you guys have the same vision. Yeah. Because I remember I had like a commercial or like an acting manager, and when I first moved here, and I'm like, I want to do Disney, and he was like, no, sweetheart, like, not gonna happen. You can't sing, dance, and the sex appeal. Yeah. Disney can't do it. CW, that's our lane. That's our lane. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you gotta make sure like you have the same vision. And then, but when he explained it, I was like, you're right, I'm not Disney. Yeah. So if you're meeting with an agency, be clear on what it is you want from them, because if they can't give it to you, there's no point in even signing with them.
You're wasting your time.
Yeah, you're wasting your time.
For sure. And also, it's like looking at the board to see who they have signed and to see like, hey, do they have 10 girls that are curly hair and curve?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Look like you.
That look like me. So it's like, am I going to work? Like, you obviously you have to believe in yourself that you are different. But at the end of the day, like, when jobs are picking people, it's because they want to sell clothes. It's not because it's personal.
Yeah, it's based on their demographic.
Exactly.
That they appeal to. It's not personal. And you fit, their demographic of customers.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. The next thing I think is important is reaching out to models who are doing what you want to do. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Like if I was a new girl trying to get signed and, I would go and like find someone's Instagram who looked like me and be like, hey, like, how do I get started? Or like you said, follow their Instagram. Like, it is literally a roadmap. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? See who they're signed with, you know?
Then everybody tags everybody. So it's like the tags are there.
Exactly. And they usually tag their agency. So that's an in right there.
Or the agencies in the bio.
Exactly. And if you feel like a girl who looks like you and you can, you know, you have potential that kind of look like her, like, there's a win for you. Like, you can get signed if she can get signed. You know what I'm saying? It's not that far-fetched. Do you know what I mean? Okay. And so one of the first things that I think you should do before reaching out to an agency is, like I said, getting pictures done or a comp card done. And do you want to explain what a comp card is?
A comp card is a business card for talent, and it usually has your picture, your contact, your sizes, and your height. And that's your business card.
Yeah. Which is super important too, because like, that's kind of like how you get, like, when you go to casting calls, that's like,
what you leave them with.
Yeah.
That's how they remember you.
Super important. But do people have comp cards before they go to casting calls?
They don't. No,
they don't.
I wouldn't recommend investing in comp cards because even now, when you go to the website for open call, the photos that they want, natural lighting. Hair in, you know, is natural state. Like little to no makeup. That's what they want to see, because with Photoshop and, you know, photography, you can manipulate your image. Right, exactly. And then you save money, because when you get signed with the agency, they're going to put on the comp card what they want on the comp card. Exactly. So it probably just would be best to have like a in-home photo shoot, and then maybe bring it on your iPad, you know, so you don't have to like get shit printed out, you know, and then just show them those images. What would you say to wear to a casting call, like an open call? I would say it's funny, because even to castings, when I tell you I still look up things to wear. Same. I still look up things to wear. So girl. That's a tricky one, because I would say just wear something that speaks your style a little bit, but keep it as simple as possible. And so they can see your body.
What do you mean you look up things to wear? Like you research that brand? Is that kind of what you're saying? Okay, that makes sense. Very smart. And see what, like, you know, if you go to a casting call for like a fitness brand, you're not going to show up in a dress. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, one thing I do think is important, especially for open calls, is I always thought, like when I was in New York, is it's important to wear, like, sometimes in New York, to wear black. Like, black is always good. Black is a good idea. It's a good idea. That's right. See, you feel me? It's like you get all this money when you become a model, and then you only wear black. And I wear the same clothes. It's slimming. Me too. It is. It's slimming. It's flattering. It is. Yeah, I'm wearing all black. I look great today.
Boy.
It is funny, because everything you shoot is like colorful and patterns and So and then your hair. I don't know. I think the most natural. But I mean, if you got a wig on, that's cool too. You know what I'm saying? A wig, whatever you want to be marketed as. Totally. And as women of color, you know, we have choices. Definitely have choices. Lots of choices. So that's important too. Because people don't realize, but my natural hair is curly. Never done a shoot with my natural hair. I don't shoot. I don't think I've ever seen your hair naturally curly. No. Wow. Because it's very delicate. And my hair's already thin. So I would have none. If I showed up to set and they curled it every single day, twice a day. Oh my God. You know. And I've gotten to the point where I won't let them curl my hair anymore. So, and they never straighten my hair. So I'm like, good. No, we don't do that. But if this is how they see you, and like you're like, this is who I'm going to show up as. Exactly. Let's keep this in my book. You know? Because I know some models that will, you know, have photos with the straight hair, photos with shorter hair, different wigs, different things like that. And if you're willing to do that, great. That's awesome. More opportunity, you know. But you also have to be prepared for, like, okay, well, your hair's been curly for a week, but now they want it straight because we saw it in your book straight. Or you had a job yesterday. You know, and your hair is curly. And then the next day they were like, can you have her come with straight hair? And now here you are. So I don't get the curly hair option at all. It's not an option.
But can you put it in a bun? Oh
my God. Look at this child. Okay. So for open casting calls, you can self-submit yourself, right?
Yes.
Like on the website.
Yes.
So self-submitting and then also going in person.
They signed some people over quarantine
because,
people are still submitting, but when they finally see them in person, they're usually shorter than what they say.
Right.
I mean, I'm at the DMV like 5'10",
Yeah.
So it's like people.
Thank you, because he tried to tell me earlier that she was like 5'7", 5'8". I'm like, she better shut up. He don't even know. I'm like, this is my friend. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways. Yeah.
So you're saying they're measuring you at the DMV? That's never happened to me before in my life.
No, they don't.
They pull out the tape measure. They're like, all right, step up. Let's take your weight.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
But same thing with the agency. They can tell them whatever they want to tell them.
Yeah.
And you can't really tell in pictures how tall somebody is.
Yeah, totally.
So,
but you know what?
Then they signed them.
Yeah, and they do. But
you know they do that in the NBA too, to like psych out other teams. Like somebody will be 7 foot, and they're like, "Oh, he's 6'9". Because then they put a different player on him, and then there's a mismatch. People lie all the time. Yeah, they do it.
Wow, that's crazy.
They do it. To
that's
Kevin,
extra.
Kevin
They're
Durant.
doing all that. But you know what I did see though recently in New York on the Wilhelmina board, there is a sector for influencers, and those girls are like 5'4", 5'3", and I guess it doesn't matter for their height.
It became a market that they can monetize off of. They see how much money these girls are making.
Right.
And the brands, they want that, engagement.
Yeah.
They want, to connect the platforms.
Yeah, totally.
It's smart.
Yeah, it's very smart. But sometimes I don't know if I worry, because I'm just like, I see girls who are doing things for like what we would call brand ambassadors. And, like, for example, I don't know, Savage Fenty. And they're paying girls to, do these jobs online. And I'm like, okay, well, if that's the case, are they going to stop paying girls to do the jobs of e-com? Which kind of worries me, because I'm like, is the clout so high for Instagram that they...
Well, think about it. They can get a model, or they can get someone with a celebrity following without paying a celebrity price.
Right.
Where were we? We were at some mall, and it was like a bunch of these American Eagle stores, and they were like TikTok people.
Oh yeah. It was like I was in the mall, and I saw for American Eagle, it was Addison Rae, and I don't know if you're on TikTok and you know that the black dude who's like from London who does like the mashups of all the outfits, and he gets pieces, and he's like, here's an outfit that costs this much. I don't know if you've seen it.
I haven't seen it.
But anyways, he was on the front, and I was like, neither one of these people are models, but they're like in American Eagle jeans, like modeling, and I'm like,
yep.
This
it's
is
a market now. And does it make me feel nervous? Yes, because I'm not a TikToker. I'm not a IG star.
100%.
So it definitely heightens the stick. Or when you go to a casting and they're like, name height, how many followers? I'm
my God. Right.
I mean, can you hit the whoa? That's the question.
Boy, whose man's is this?
I'll book you if you can hit the whoa.
Oh my God. I cannot hit the motherfucking whoa. But yeah, no, it's getting crazy. And, but one thing I do know though, Ty, is like, I've been on set when they've hired an influencer and they don't know set etiquette. They don't know how to pose.
That's why I said they asked for a mirror at the and I was like, this is going to take forever, because they don't understand that it's not about them, because usually it's a collaboration.
Yes.
So they feel like they have more to say so. And then sometimes the brands don't say anything, or the photographers.
Yeah.
And in reality, it's like, you're here to sell a product.
Yeah, totally.
It ain't about you, sweetie.
No. You know what's funny is I'm going to spill a little tea, because I've been working with some really cool brands. And I know that one of them, a makeup artist was telling me recently that there are models at this job that they work that will take pictures and then go up to the screen and then delete the ones they don't like.
Themselves,
Tyrie.
Oh, I don't like that one.
Delete and I'm like, what? And I'm like, they can do that? And they're like, yeah, it's fine. And I'm like, oh my God.
I need to speak to the creative director.
I need to speak to somebody.
How dare they?
I'm like, what? Who gives that luxury?
Yeah.
I mean, of course we all want to do that, because it's like some pictures you see of yourself and like, damn, delete that now. You know what I'm saying? But wow. So
yeah, that's wild. That's time consuming.
It's so time consuming.
And time is money around here.
That's right. And I'm trying to get these outfits done so I can't go.
Because traffic.
Traffic. Oh my God.
I mean, you could say they're ruining an art form. That's what my opinion is, but.
Okay. An art form. Oh my God. Bye.
That was real deep.
I'm like, that was too deep for me.
I was like, I thought about it for a second. I was like, are they?
Right. Okay, so let's talk about set etiquette since we're talking about deleting pictures. Okay. One thing that I think important is when you show up is to say hello to everybody.
Absolutely.
Like, even if it's a hey, 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 hey. Do you know what I mean?
I'm a hey guys person. Hey guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it honestly changes.
Hey, you guys.
Hey guys.
Hey guys. It really changes the dynamic.
And I'm usually just hella happy.
Yeah. Same. Attitude. It's so important. Like,
attitude. I've had dressers or stylists tell me too, like, working with you makes the day go by easier or quicker because of personality. Like, you like
100%. And if you don't think the stylist and the makeup artist are talking to the creative director about your attitude, you are completely wrong.
Absolutely. Oh, the moment you walk out.
Literally. So if you've been a bitch all day and you were like on your phone and like ignoring people and on your phone during getting your makeup done and like looking down,
and
which is like
keep telling you to put your phone down or look up,
you're not rebooking that job, and they're definitely telling the creative director. So that's important. It's like being present and not being on your phone while someone's trying to do your makeup.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
It's like,
post your selfie.
I'm telling the
let
creative director
know.
on you.
So
Oh my God, I'm telling the creative director.
that's happened to me. So I'm like, whatever. I'll tell you guys that story later. But yeah, so it's just really important that like you're conscious and like you're also like showing respect to people that are like taking their time to like make you look cute.
And it's just common courtesy and etiquette to you walk in. I was raised that way. You walk in a room, you speak to everybody.
Yeah, same girl.
So that's important.
Yeah, it really is.
That makes me think of like, you know, the whole like Ellen thing like a year and a half ago, because people were pissed off because they'll be like, oh, when I'm behind the stage, backstage, don't make eye contact with me. Nobody.
Who, Ellen said that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why people hated her, like her whole crew, because like before the show, when she would be like walking around or getting ready for the show, it'd be like, don't you dare like look me in the eye. And like, so people, that's kind of why she got called out. But there's a lot of people like that. Like it'll be like a late night show or whatever, and they're just like, don't look Jimmy Fallon in the eye. Don't do it.
Like, first of all, who the fuck are y'all? Like, relax.
What are you, soulless? Like what
That's what I'm saying.
What do you lose a part of your soul every time you make eye contact?
It's disgusting.
I think they're just trying to get in the right headspace. You know?
I think also they're trying to intimidate people. That happens a lot too on set.
Yeah.
Either sometimes the models do it, sometimes the photographer does it, and they belittle other people.
Yeah.
So they can, just kind of
feel
put
like
their
the man.
chest out. Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
And sometimes you just have one weird incident where like a crew member is just getting a little too comfortable, and you're like, all right, that threw me off that episode. That episode was trash. I was stressed out because I was thinking about this crew member that went through my stuff. I don't know. Who knows? Or they asked me some personal things.
Or they're all sleeping together and it gets weird the next day.
Yeah, totally. They had like a party last night, like a little set party, and then it gets weird. Mm-hmm. That's probably it.
That's it.
I'm going with that.
That's it. That's why she doesn't want eye contact.
she ratchet. That's what it is. Okay, so something else that I have noticed, and I don't know if it's because the times are changing with different girls showing up to set, but please don't come to set with makeup on.
Who do that?
Girl.
Who's doing that?
Girl, I've been on set with
how happy I am to roll out of bed and not have to put on makeup?
Me too, girl. Me too. Wash your face before you get to set. I don't know who needs to hear this.
Wash your face, brush your teeth.
Do a mask.
I will say don't do this, but I've done it before. Show up with wet hair. Like,
I'm wet hair shorty.
Like,
every time I show up to set.
I do it too. It's so bad. But I'm like, this is great. Imagine going to work and you don't have to put on hair, like do hair, makeup, nothing.
And also, it's like all you have to do is diffuse my hair. Like, you don't have to prep it. You don't have to curl it. You don't have to do any of it. You just have to diffuse it. But I know what you mean. Like, there's a lot of girls who show up with the wet hair for sure. And I know they're pissed. But like, sometimes you just have to.
I'm just driving to work with the window down, hoping.
Yep,
like,
hoping.
As dry as possible.
Hoping, girl. Hoping you don't hit traffic, so you just sitting there without the wind. Girl. Yeah, so fresh
don't
face.
Don't show up with makeup.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, fresh face, fresh hair. And, take care of your skin. Like, that is important.
That is really important.
You know what I mean? I don't know if it's cutting down on sugar or, like, processed foods. But, like, having good skin as a model is very, very, very important because it's like you're getting your makeup done, like, they can only do so much. And editing can only do so much. And they don't want to have to go and edit your face so much. Like,
and
take care of your skin.
They don't get updates of what your face looks like. So if it's broken out.
Yeah.
In the music industry, they say you can't polish a turd. So that's kind of what you're referring to in the model.
God.
No, for
that
real.
was a little. I mean, I could.
Yeah. You almost hit the mark.
If it's a bad song, it doesn't matter how good the production is or how good you mix it. It's a bad song.
Yeah. Okay.
That's kind of.
Thank you for bridging the rest of the gap.
Thank you.
Like,
if you're ugly, it doesn't matter how much makeup we put on.
I knew you didn't have to say that part.
I'm just saying.
That's where you was going with it.
If you were partying the night before and you got bags under your eyes and you're a little crusty, I mean,
why you
there's only so much we can do. I just love to look at you.
They can cover that up.
Yeah, they fine. That's fine. Nah, it's cool if you party all night. It's cool. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Yes. So yeah, just come in with a fresh face. You know, it's important and it's nice and it's like, you know, just less time consuming. What else do I have on here? Okay, this one is really important. Things that you need to bring to set. Okay, so I'll let you say one thing, and then I kind of give you.
Okay, things to bring to set. Strapless bra.
Yes.
Strapless bra.
Strapless bra.
Maybe even bring one in black.
100%. Nude and black.
Whatever your nude skin tone color one is, in black.
Yes, because you don't know how many times I've been there and like I've accidentally forgotten it, which is very rare. And here I am trying to pull my straps down
and tuck them in,
and there's that little gap, and you're like, wow, like this lady's gonna hate me.
Or they ask you to like, do you have a strapless bra? And you gotta pretend like you put it in there and you know you didn't. You're like strapless. You know, I just changed bags.
Now here you are fitting into one that's 2 sizes too small to stylist bra, and you're like
from the bag. Who knows how many other models have worn? And
my
try
God.
This.
Yeah. Oh my God. So yeah, it's important,
especially if you know. I know for me, like my bra sizes are very unique.
Same.
You know, and I can't just wear any strapless bra.
No, because it falls.
Yeah, it falls. Yes.
Yeah.
So
falls.
I have to have my strapless bra.
Yeah. Or sometimes they're like, can you go braless? And I'm like, no, I can't go braless.
Yeah. 2 kids in. No.
Yeah. No, that is definitely a common thing that they ask. And I'm like, no, honey, I can't. Okay. Snacks, because sometimes they don't have crafty.
Or the lunch is running late.
Yeah. Or you're hangry or you're tired. You need to have something to like keep you going throughout the day.
And you just don't know, especially if it's a new client, you have no idea what they're going to bring to the table.
Totally.
Like I show up sometimes, there's no breakfast at all.
Yeah. And I'm like, I wish I would have got that in an email.
Yeah. And then sometimes you show up, they got a food truck. You're like, you don't know.
Exactly. Oh my God. Have you ever had a food truck?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I've had an In-N-Out food truck pull up.
Oh my God.
I was working for Target in Long Beach, and they had a fucking In-N-Out truck, girl.
What?
I was like, what, honey? So yeah,
I love the Midwestern clients when they order in like Texas Roadhouse. I'm like,
what's the best food that you've ever had ordered on set? Like bougie.
Bougie? Mm-hmm. I don't like bougie food though on set.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
I'm the kind of person, like I love good food on set.
Yeah.
But I eat to get through the day.
Okay. So like healthy.
Because then I'll get tired.
Yeah, girl. It's nothing like ordering a burger and listen, as much as you want to order a burger, even my curve girls do not. Because as soon as you have that fucking burger.
Because when they give you options and you look at the menu, you're like, pastrami sandwich. And they're like, wait. No, they're like, Caesar salad, chicken salad. Who had the pastrami sandwich?
You're like, gabagool.
And now here you are, the only person with a damn sandwich.
And fries. You're like, that was me.
Falling asleep on set.
Yawning.
They're like,
can I get some coffee? I'm like,
oh my God. When they ask me if I need coffee, I'm like, fuck. Like I look tired, or I'm like, I'm acting tired.
Yeah.
But yeah, having coffee during that second half of the day is just like, like, oof, love y'all. Thank y'all. Yeah, so one of the bougiest foods that I've ever had on set though is because I have a really good client that like has a big budget for food, and I've had John and Vinny's. And
John and Vinny's is good. I will fall asleep on that one too, because there's no way I'm gonna sell it. I'm not gonna sell it.
No, I don't. Yeah. And sugarfish.
Sugarfish.
Yeah, they order sugarfish, girl.
Yeah.
Our own little boxes.
That's lit.
Girl, so lit. So yeah. But that's like on.
I like how your highlights of working is just, what's the catering like?
No, it really is.
What we got?
It is.
They put that on the call sheet. I'm looking them up. I'm like
100% looking them up,
yes.
girl. You know, have you ever had Amara's Kitchen?
Maybe.
I'm sure you have. It's like this really good, like healthy, and they have like these almond flour oatmeal cookies, and it's just like vegan food and just so good and so healthy, and it's just like I'm blessed, you know, because I hate when they give you like, oh my God, like the same box lunches that are cold, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, or you walk over and they just got like a protein, a salad, maybe some rice.
Oh.
And you're like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Right. I'm about to order Uber Eats.
Yeah, exactly.
I literally will too.
Yeah.
Okay, so another one to bring to set, a book or headphones.
Yes.
Because I feel like there's sometimes a lot of downtime. You know what I mean?
Especially in between shots.
Yes. And if there's another girl that you're rotating with, or if you're just like, you know, in the chair or like waiting for lunch or, you know what I mean? It's just a nice time to like switch up from being on your phone so much. Because I feel like when you're on your phone, it's less approachable.
It's very much less approachable.
Do you know what I mean? And it looks like you're just like scrolling on Instagram. But like when you have something else to do with like, you don't know. And maybe you're just like bettering yourself.
You're just like trying to look smart and you're reading a dictionary. You're like,
ew.
Encyclopedia. I'm on letter E today.
I would literally.
I'm super smart.
I would make a post about a bitch like, look at this bitch over here trying to read the dictionary. I'm
and
over
it's upside
her.
down.
Yeah, right.
It just says quantum physics, and you're like, oh, you thought just because I was a model, you just assumed? Assumed I wasn't smart. How dare you?
Oh my God. I've definitely read some like crazy books on set, and I'm like, I probably shouldn't be reading this like up in here. So I'm like, what is it?
But that's my favorite time to read, especially if I have a job out of town, because you know, even when traveling with my kids, I'll put a book in there. I'm like, girl, you
bring your kids?
No, if I'm traveling and they're with me, like I don't have time to read that book.
No.
But if it's a job, I have nothing but that. That's when I have the time to read.
Yeah, totally. A charger. I mean, I don't know. I feel like someone needs to hear that, you know? Sometimes you need a charger because you like.
Because nothing's worse than walking around set saying, "What's the Wi-Fi? Does anybody have a charger? What's the Wi-Fi? Does anybody have a charger?"
That's the worst.
Annoying.
It's so annoying. It's so annoying. And also being conscious of like not taking pictures of yourself every 5 fucking minutes because your makeup is cute.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like okay to like post it you're on set,
That's what I was
but like
say, get your little picture.
Get your picture, but then like move on, sis. Like the girls who are on set who are like, "Can you take a picture of me?" I'm like, "No, we're shooting ecom. Leave me alone." I'm like, "No, we're not on location."
There was that, like, it's very rare that I got something on. And I got something on. I'm like, "Ooh, get a picture of this." Like,
yeah.
So I'm all right.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm fine. Yeah. Okay.
Unless the client encourages it, because sometimes for them it's just free promo.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
And you'll know the difference. Like some sets you can't have no photos taken at all. So you just gotta. It's good to read the room.
Yeah.
Or even just ask how they feel about that.
Yeah. Totally. Do you have a favorite job or like? Or coolest job?
I'll just say the first job I've ever did outside of like the Miami Swim Week, the first big job that I booked with Wilhelmina Miami, is still to this day.
Yeah.
Almost 11 years later, my favorite job.
Oh, what was it?
American Eagle.
Oh, really? Wow. What? How so? Why?
Think about it. I'm from this small town in Indiana.
Yeah.
I direct book it.
Yep.
It shoots in San Francisco.
Oh.
It's like a 4 or 5 day shoot.
Oh.
And American Eagle got monies.
Yeah.
So the accommodations were great. The food was great. One day was like on a boat. So for me, like to have that as a first experience, and then the rate was good.
Yeah.
Girl.
Wow. So basically day one, and then it was all downhill.
And it's been dark ever since.
Every day I'm like,
I'm in studios, no windows. I'm like,
Yeah.
y'all never shot on a boat? Like, you don't want to do that?
I thought this was every day. You guys tricked me into getting in this business.
Right.
And then, you know, like campaigns, you only got like this many clothes to shoot. Ecom is like, that's times 3 for that day.
Yeah.
I thought this was like lifestyles of the rich and famous.
Yes,
and now I'm eating
like,
granola bars on Crafty. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah.
If
oh
that.
my God.
Yeah. So that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, girl.
And then, and so at the time I had never been to New York City. And the photos went up in Times Square.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Singles or like groups? Shots?
Groups, some singles, and it had American Eagle has like a screen in Times Square, so
yes,
it
I've
played
seen
the video that we shot. So I finally booked something in New York City, and it was way on like the west side, and like I don't
made
even
your
know,
way
Chelsea.
there, didn't you?
I walked all the way there.
I know you did
because I could see Times Square from where I was, and it was probably like a 40-minute walk, but I was just determined to get to Times Square to see.
Did you take a video of it?
Yes, and a photo.
You have to find it and send it to me.
I have to find it.
Find it and send it to me because I have to see it.
Because it was just that moment, and I'm just standing first time in Times Square, and I'm like, shit, I got here before I got here.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Wow.
You know, I see you post about those moments too, and it's like, yo, this is surreal. Even when I like worked for Abercrombie and Fitch in the store, and then when I shopped for them, I was like, yo,
it's weird seeing yourself.
It's wild.
It's so. Where does that shoot? Abercrombie and Fitch
in Ohio. Yes.
Columbus.
I think so, yeah.
Okay,
because
cool.
a lot of people shoot there too.
Yeah, because I'm there for Lane Bryant.
Yeah, so it shoots there. And they're a good client too. It's just funny because you know how you walk into the Abercrombie store and it looks very Abercrombie-ish? Mm-hmm. The whole place is like that. Everybody is in flannels and jeans.
No way.
They have a campus.
Oh, wow.
It smells like the store.
That's so funny.
Yes. And it's like very like wooden like atmosphere. So it's still like
they have a live moose just walking around.
The moose. No, they got a fireplace in the cafeteria. Like it's very.
Yeah, that's cute though. That's cute.
It's cute the first 2 days, and you're like, okay, this is a little cult. Y'all got
they have like a ski lounge with no like snow, and you're like, what the hell? Okay, you don't have to be this on brand.
No, they're committed.
I'm all like, what kind of ski lounge?
I'm like, y'all can afford a ski lounge.
Right.
Like hot cocoa, you're like, it's Ohio, guys. What is this? It's not Aspen.
No, but they're a great brand though. They're a great brand. They're a great brand to work for. But like, those little moments where you're like, yo, like I can't believe I'm really doing this.
Totally.
It's like all the guys are shirtless. You're like, okay, the photographer, like, there's no point in you having your shirt off, bro. Like, I understand it's Abercrombie, but come on, man.
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that either, just to be honest. Okay, one thing I do want to touch on though is because I think this is important. Because I've literally shopped for every type of company. There's this one client that I have. It's in Germany. It's called Ulla Popkin, and they have flown me to Portugal, to Cape Town, to Germany, to Madrid, to Ireland, to one more place. Gosh, I can't remember, honestly. Just literally everywhere.
Yeah.
And the clothes aren't cute. They're like definitely like Midwest, older mother, grandma-ish vibes. But I think it's important to like say that because it ain't about the clothes. The fact that this client is like bringing me to all these different countries,
that's amazing.
It's amazing. And that does not happen. And so it's like, you know, for a while I would get upset. I'm like, oh my God, I'm in these countries and I'm having to wear all these clothes in public. And I'm like, I look so ugly. And I'm like, oh, shut the fuck up, Courtney, because how ungrateful. Like you're literally in Africa right now, Cape Town.
And being paid to be there.
Exactly. Yeah. But you know, and sometimes you get caught up in the glamour and like the I don't know, like
thinking every time it's gonna be like American Eagle.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's important. Yeah, it's important.
But those are some of my favorites.
Tyrie. It ain't gonna be American Eagle.
No, I was gonna say no, but
every shoot's not gonna be Miami circa 2011. I found that out the hard way, guys. Okay.
No, I did. Cause my God, I thought that was what life was.
This shit ain't all glitz and glamour, guys.
Same weekend LeBron signed with the Heat.
Yeah.
Miami was on fire. And I was like, is this my new life?
Yes, honey.
I went back home and didn't hear back anything for 2 months. I was like, oh shit, that was a facade.
Yeah.
But those are my favorite brands though. Some of them were like, this is nothing I would wear, nothing I would buy.
Yeah.
But they're consistent. They're usually extremely nice.
Totally.
And so when they ask me my opinion, I will give it to them from their perspective because I know what it is they're going for.
Exactly.
Also, there's like different demographics and like styles like change. You know, I can't wear like a sleeveless vest anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe when I was like 20. Maybe when I was 20, you know?
You look like you wore goddamn sleeveless.
I was like, but did you wear that
sleeveless hoodie or something? You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. But yeah, so I just think it's also important for girls to know that like, yes, you want to get into modeling, but you have to understand it's not all glitz and glam. Like it ain't all Fashion Nova and Pretty Little Thing. It's not all getting glammed up. Sometimes it's really natural makeup and wearing things that you maybe wouldn't wear yourself normally, you know, and having to pose like not sexy. You know, and I think that's important. And, you know, sometimes they don't see that side of it. And, you know, that doesn't look as appealing. But what I will tell you, it's more often than not that those clients do have the bag. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you're making so much money, more money on these commercial jobs than you are with like really small boutique brands because they have the budget.
Or the cool brands.
Yeah, exactly. And they have the budget because these are all these women who are from the Midwest who are supporting this company.
Longevity.
You know what I mean? And once you get in with them once, like you have a long career because it's like as you start to get older, you still can fit that demographic.
Yes, and they like consistency as well.
Yeah.
So if they know that you are pleasant to be around, you're professional, and you understand the assignment, and you show up and you get the job done.
Yeah.
Great. See you again next month.
Yeah, totally. 100%. So now we have to talk about something that's not as fun, but is important. It's the Metoo movement.
Yeah. Extremely important, especially for younger girls, because obviously, even like when I first started.
Yeah.
I'm going into this with no type of guidance. I don't know what the red flags are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know, the Me Too movement was started maybe 4 or 5
Was it been that long?
Yeah, it's been maybe 5 or 6 years ago. Of women just speaking out about sexual harassment or even rape within the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
And a lot of people in power, not just men, abused their power in exchange for false promises or some type of leg up in the industry.
Right. Yeah, totally. And also it's like quite often than not, the photographers don't have that much pull. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
not at all.
Not at all. It's like,
but they, that's what I'm saying. They use that to be like, oh, you know, they tell a girl, oh my God, you're so beautiful. We should shoot, or you can do this, you can do that. They can't promise you anything. Nothing is promised in this industry.
No, nothing. So one thing that I think is important for us to talk about is what to do if you feel uncomfortable.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, I think that being like having boundaries with someone, like, okay, for me, I don't do nude photos. Like, I just don't. Mm-hmm. I probably won't do Playboy. I mean, it's not a no, but for me, I'm leaning towards no.
I'm down.
Yeah, okay, you're down. Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I would never do it nude. You know what I'm saying? I would do it tastefully, but I would have some clothes.
But that's good that you know your boundaries. That 100%. Way, when someone tries to approach you, shut it down right away.
Exactly. And that's what I was trying to get to, is like, you have to know your boundaries and what you will do and what you won't do. And you have to trust your intuition. If something feels weird, it probably is weird.
And I used to, so this is what I used to do when I was in situations where I felt uncomfortable. Yeah. Instead of speaking up, and again, I was young and I wish I could have like hugged my younger self.
Yeah.
But I would just casually try to laugh it off.
Yep.
Because, I didn't know what else to react. And then I didn't want to make things weird between whoever was on set.
Yeah.
Or seem problematic.
Yeah, totally.
Which is definitely
and especially being the only black girl usually on set, you don't want to seem like you're the one causing the fucking problem.
Yeah, are you? Yeah. Or, there's always that stigma, like black women.
Yeah, totally.
But it's like, no, like me today, I'm like,
Yeah, no.
Or it's even like, especially being a mother, I'm like, we're not even going to joke like that. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And shutting down conversations that seem casual on set, or people are like making jokes, like, you can say like, I'm not comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like
that.
It's
that easy.
Yeah.
Or if someone asks you a question, say, I'm not comfortable answering that. You don't have to answer every question that you're asked.
Especially about your personal life. You don't owe people anything.
You don't owe them any of that. You're there to do a job at the end of the day. And so, especially with modeling when it comes to nude, because I'm glad that you brought that up. So to circle back around, there is tasteful nude, and like it's pretty popular, and the girls that do that usually have a lot of followers, so it can seem very appealing. However, like, even for me, like, it's I'm not, I don't know, like that whole area for me is just not, I don't know, like everything has to be like airtight on set. You know what I mean?
Totally. And one thing that I do notice, I work for this amazing client. I work for Walmart all the time. And one thing that they do for me is like, because there's a lot of guys on set, like the key grips and, the photographer assistant. Whenever I shoot like intimates or I shoot like lingerie, they will close the set and they'll say it's a closed set.
Yeah.
And some clients don't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they'll be like, it's fine. But I have been like, no, like, we need to do a closed set. Like, I'm in a thong, like, close it.
Or they'll try to have you change right there on set. They'll say, just change the top, and hand you the top.
And you're like, no.
And you don't have to change right there.
No, you don't have to change right there.
So don't let them normalize changing in areas that are not changing areas.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. And most times it's a lot of men photographers, so it can be kind of weird,
It can be kind of weird.
It can be weird, and it can make you feel uncomfortable, and they're usually older.
And then also another thing with that too is the touching.
Yeah.
I'm not big on the touching.
Yeah.
Unless I feel like it's necessary. But when a photographer or anybody goes in to move a body part for you, or to be like, move your leg like this, and I'm like, you can either show me with your body, or tell me what to do.
Yeah, totally.
But don't touch me and physically move my leg or something like that. Like,
yes,
I've had those situations when I was younger, and they made me feel extremely uncomfortable.
Yes.
And I didn't speak up for myself, and I wish I did.
Yeah, totally.
So especially to younger girls, if you are timid or soft-spoken, that's just not cool.
No, it's not cool.
And speak up.
And what I've noticed lately is a lot of stylists on set and like makeup artists, they usually will take care of you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They'll usually look out for you and like, do you feel comfortable? Is this okay? You know what I'm saying? And they're usually the women that you're in contact with, or it's like a gay guy, so you feel a little more comfortable. I feel like things have changed a little bit. But still, you know, you got to set your own boundaries, honestly. And then, you know, also talking to your agent. If you feel uncomfortable about something, tell them.
That's what they're there for.
100%. You need to tell them, like, something went weird on set and, like, I don't feel good about it.
And they need to know for other girls, too. So I do that a lot, too. And
yes.
Like, after I shoot with the photographer, if I don't feel comfortable or if I feel like if I didn't speak up, something would have went further.
Yeah.
I'm definitely like, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know what his reputation is, but, you know, maybe, like, not, you know, use him as much or, like, whatever. Or just be aware of this.
Yeah. Totally. Also with test shoots, be aware of that. And I don't know if you guys know what test shoots are, but basically it's a shoot that you usually organize yourself, or your agency will help you organize it to build your portfolio or to build your book. And it's just pictures that are normally creative. But just be careful, because sometimes photographers reach out to girls on Instagram and they're like, hey, do you want to shoot? Or like, do you want to test? And you know, it just can be very tricky because you just don't know who has the right intentions. And you also don't know, like, if they're being safe, and you don't want to be alone with them.
And everybody can be a photographer now. Like, it's very saturated.
Yeah. Agreed. So, you know, always take somebody with you if you go to shoot a test and you've never met the person, please.
And then because the locations too, it's like you put it in, it's like 53 minutes away, all the way tucked away in Malibu.
Yeah. Exactly.
18-year-old, I'm gonna truck up there and show up and meet a complete stranger
in a swimsuit.
And they never post them like pictures of what they look like.
Yeah, it's just
that's always the fun part when I see
like,
what they look like, and I'm like,
yeah,
creepy.
Yeah, no, it's weird.
It can get weird.
It can get real weird. So be careful. Bring somebody with you. You know.
Yeah. Share your location.
Please share your location. That is so important.
Yeah.
Did anybody reach out to you on your Instagram?
Let me check.
We put out a little message on Tyrie's Instagram saying if anybody had any questions, you know, about things they want answered.
Q&A.
Yeah, a little Q&A. Look at my cute little corner thing. She got curly hair like me. Hey.
Yeah, that way if they want to follow you on the gram at the Supreme Court.
Yeah, do it.
No, just people asking me if I want to buy followers.
Same. Same.
That's all that's in the request right now.
Why is that such a thing? I'm like, no, I don't.
I looked at your engagement. I don't care about my engagement.
Yeah, I'm like, relax your ass. Oh my God, so funny. Okay, well, let's do a couple closing statements. You know, one thing I think it's important is you have to remove yourself from this, because it is completely not about you.
Yeah.
It's not about you. Who cares if you look ugly? Who cares if you have some ugly clothes on? You know what I'm saying? It's not about you. It's about the brand and what you represent.
Yes, and I learned that because, you know, you look at the picture and you're like, ooh, I hate it. And the client is like, oh my God, this is exactly what we wanted. Or you see the pictures that they chose and you're like, yo.
There was like 100 good ones. Why did you choose that one?
Yeah, but then it's like because they were looking at the clothes the whole time.
Exactly. And you're sitting here looking at your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's important, just to understand you're there to do a job, just like everyone else.
Totally.
So focus on that, focus on what your job is.
Yeah.
And making sure like the client, as long as they're happy with what you're putting out, like you're good. Everything else.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. And then lastly, enjoy the ride, y'all. Have fun. This shit is fun, huh, Ty? This shit is fun. It's real fun, honey.
I'm having a good time.
We literally have like met up in different states, and like we both live in LA now, but like, and just like had dinner like multiple times. Like also Miami. Yeah, I was shooting in Miami. You were just hanging out there, I think.
Yeah, I was with the family. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were with the family. Yep, you were with the family. But yeah, and then just being able to like meet up with your girl because we're being flown everywhere.
Yeah,
it's
and then like the people that you meet. Like I've met so many incredible people.
So many, yeah. And it's fun to be friends with like girls who are also models, because I can call Tyrie like, girl, let me just tell you what happened today. And it's just
you're like, have you worked for them before?
Yeah.
Like I worked for this client and did it like,
yes.
And it's great. Because then
Here's
you
the
have your
tea.
community.
Yeah. And then we have conversations about things and like, girl, well, you better bring some food because girl, ain't no damn crafty up in that bitch.
Just so you know, they don't have breakfast.
Okay.
You better bring a Pop-Tart.
You better bring some. So yeah. And you know, also don't be rude. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't be bullying people. Don't be a bitch.
Don't be a bitch. That's the big one.
Like
the biggest one for me is like nobody wants to be around that all day. You're not better than anybody else here.
No. Who gives a fuck about followers?
Nobody
cares
about being cute. You can buy whatever face you want. Like that's literally not like if you're not And I've met some people I thought were so beautiful online, and then when I meet them in person and their energy's off, like it immediately takes you down to a 5.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I agree.
Ugly on the inside.
Yeah, and people can feel that when you like, you know.
It does change everything.
It changes the whole dynamic and shift in the room. So like that's trash.
So be nice to people.
Be nice to people.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's important to just like, you know.
And stay true to yourself. Like, don't try to be like anybody else. Because you just never know what lanes you're going to open up for other people. Yeah. You can't do that if you're following somebody else.
Totally. Yeah. And just be yourself, because I know it's really hard out here. And when you see all girls that look the same and all the BBLs and all the face work and all the nose jobs and all the contours and the same fucking stiletto nails.
Yeah.
You know, it's easy to get caught up in that because you think that's what's appealing. And in reality, it's like when you're different, that's how you stand out.
That's how you stand out.
You know?
Not by doing what everybody else is doing.
Exactly.
Being so trendy.
Yeah, so hit us up if you guys have any questions about modeling, and we'll do our best to answer anything we can for you guys. So thanks, Ty, for coming on.
Yay!
Thank you for having
me, boo.
I love y'all. Thank you for tuning into I'm Not Racist, My Friend Black.
I knew he was black.
Boy, I'm done with you. It's our little beat, Ty. We made this for the podcast.
Did you really?
Yeah. It's kind of tight, huh? Some fucking Inspector Gadget shit.